What if I told you that a couple mindless and heartless actions may be able to jumpstart your spiritual heart to help you once and for all become davik to Hashem and ultimately even become a prophet? Well, the Holy Ramchal, as he explains to us the framework of the ladder of how it is possible for us to ascend the ladder to become prophets, to be zocha to Ruach HaKodesh, one of the steps is that of Zerizus of Alacrity. And the famous words explaining the Sefer of Ramchal from the great Mira Mashgiach, it's been echoed by others since, that Ramchal's work, Mesilas Yesharim, is actually deep and mystical wisdom. It's Kabbalah given over bilavush pashut, given over in just very plain and simple terms for us to understand. Well, look no further than this as a prime example. The Ramchal says in the chapter of Zerizus Alacrity that there's this concept of chitzonius moeres es hapnimios, that the outsides of a person, a very dull and plain action, can jumpstart the innards, his soul, to help it start to feel a connection and a love of Hashem and his mitzvahs. And does it really make much sense for the movement of the joint in your ankle, the bending of the knee, the walking forth to do a mitzvah, a striding forth to a davening, that should all of a sudden pop open the cap on our hearts? That should circumcise us in a way that now we're going to connect with Hashem in this V'yadata Hayom V'ashevosa Levavecha? How can such a heartless Maisa open up such a deep-rooted hole inside of our hearts? But this is the Kabbalah given over to us by Ramchal, and therefore, although it may seem odd, we can conclude that one of the cheat codes of climbing this ladder to becoming a prophet and connecting with Hashem is just to kick it into gear and to act in a way that, although at the beginning it may seem heartless, I don't feel it. Why am I running to shul? But that running may just open up your heart. But that swaying back and forth and the saying of Tehillim, but the even pretending of the excitement around the upcoming days of Elul and Rosh Hashanah, we're talking about Emunah Ha'amanti Ki Adaber, for you talk about Emunah. You play the part, you act the role, you live it, and you start to run. And of course, at the beginning, you won't feel any change. But you don't have to run out to the middle of the ocean to try to grab your heart. You can start at the shoreline on the beach, at the very shallow part of just a basic and mindless action. Just rotz mitzvah kala, run to shul. Give it your all at the very basic level of Maisa. And at that, cut and dry, hurried excitedness to serve Hashem, ultimately, that will make a deep-rooted impact inside of your soul.